Year 2025, month of December. That's the 12th month and the last month of the year. And today I'm going to go over a few more Cobol keywords that go in the identification division. They don't do much. They're basically equivalent to comments. And then I'm going to show a little bit about how to make an array in Cobol, which is different than languages you might be familiar with. Okay, so here I have a program called array.cob. It begins with identification division. And then the next line is the program ID. It's just called array. The next line is the author keyword, just the person's name. The next line is installation. Normally this is where you'd have information about, what kind of hardware it's on or where it's located. Cobol Pro is a company I'm just kind of doing some work with right now. Date written, just looks like a month, day, year, date. Date compiled, and these two can be different. Maybe this could be the first date it is written, and this can be the when you compiled it just recently. And then security. Okay. Security is kind of interesting. It still has a few extra keywords that go here. Public, you can think of that kind of like the public and private methods in Java. And then remarks, this is just general comments. So normally where you do like a /* or a flower bed, I showed you that before, a flower bed. If it's just a one-line thing, just say, this program demonstrates the use of arrays in Cobol. All right. Skip down to the environment division, an empty input-output section, an empty file control section, then the data division. All right. File section. The file section is empty. Then we go to the working storage section. And here I have a first level structure called just AR. And then I have a variable called A, which is a pick9 or a 1-digit number with a value of 0. So it's a 0 array that occurs 10 times and is indexed by I. I is a variable I can reference later. So this is an array of 10 zeros. This is how you make it. Name, data type, filler values, occurs, then however many, then the times keyword, and then indexed by, if you want to make references to individual items in the array. So that's working storage section of the data division. Let's head to the procedure division. This will display arrays in Cobol are begin with 1, not 0. So this will display the first one. This will set the second variable in the array to 5, and this will display that. So you're going to get 0 here, and then this last display will display the 5. Okay, and that'll be the end of this program. Okay, so I'm going to go, this is Vim, so I'm just going to quit because I didn't write anything. Okay, I already compiled it. And so I'm going to just say / to run it. And it's just going to be called array is the executable. And there it is. All right. I'm probably going to, with New Year, I'm going to go over transitioning Cobol to Java. There's two things to do with the old Cobol. Either we refactor it, which is absolutely a viable thing, or if the business wants to refactor, then not just refactor, but migrate to a new language like Java or C# most likely, then we're going to go over that a bit because modern Java has a lot of new features and it's far from a dead language. It's the next Cobol, pretty much. All right. So thank you so much for listening and watching.